The duel between Grandmaster Yoda and Darth Sidious was not only a clash of nature between the personifications of the light and dark sides of the Force, it was one of the most pivotal conflicts during the destruction of the Jedi Order and the fall of the Republic. Yoda was the leader of the Jedi Order for hundreds of years, an absolute servant to the light side, yet he had seemingly led the Jedi to their doom. Sidious, also known as the newly appointed Emperor Palpatine, was the reigning Sith Master in Darth Bane's line of Dark Lords. He had orchestrated not only his political ascension to Supreme Chancellor, but the conflict of the Clone Wars and the means to finally destroy the Jedi Order. Their duel within the Senate Chamber was a meeting of incredible powers not only in lightsaber combat, but in the Force. In the novelization of Revenge of the Sith, Yoda's thoughts and feelings are explained as he battled Palpatine, revealing some shocking details that really flesh out his character. Before confronting Palpatine in his office, Yoda waited in a nearby vent shaft and meditated. He knew that sometimes the large convocation chamber of the Galactic Senate was referred to as the Senate Arena, and he thought that nickname would be particularly accurate in a few moments. He stretched his muscles, rising from his meditation, and he knew that this was now his time. 900 years of study and training, of teaching and meditation, all now focused and refined and resolved into this single moment. The sole purpose of his vast span of existence had been to prepare him to enter the heart of darkness and bring his light against it. With reverence, with gratitude for the Force, without fear and without anger, Yoda went forth to war. As he entered Palpatine's office, Yoda could feel the truth of himself within the Force as he prepared to confront the Dark Lord. He was not simply a small physical being clad in robes. He was a pure fountain of light inside the Force itself. Yoda told Palpatine that he pitied his new apprentice, Darth Vader, since the young Sith Lord was about to lose his master. Palpatine joyfully greeted Yoda, wishing him a happy Empire Day, to which the old Jedi Master replied that neither he nor the murderer he called Vader would find today happy at all. Palpatine then realized that the disturbance of danger he had sensed in the Force must be a Jedi that Yoda had sent to kill Vader on Mustafar, and he guessed that it must have been Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yoda did not confirm that, and told Palpatine that it was already enough for him to know his own destroyer. As they came to meet each other, Palpatine assured him that even a fraction of the dark side was more power than the arrogance of the Jedi could even conceive, and by living in the light, the Jedi had never seen the depth of the darkness until now. As light and shadow met, the battle was on. Their duel quickly rose into the Senate arena, transcending a simple personal conflict. Their fight was much different than Obi-Wan and Anakin's on Mustafar. This duel was not about Palpatine fighting Yoda. It was about the Lord of the Sith fighting the Master of all Jedi, 1,000 years of hidden Sith plans unfolding against the glory of the Jedi Order. As their lightsaber blades met, it was much more than one of them against the other. It became even more than the Sith against the Jedi. Their duel was the expression of the fundamental conflict of the universe itself, light against dark. Soon there came a turning point in the battle between light and dark. As the duel shifted even more upwards and Palpatine sent delegation pods catapulting towards Yoda, the old Jedi Master sensed a revelation. He was the supreme avatar of the light, and he resolved into the lineage of the Jedi, and that lineage refined into the single Jedi that was him, and Yoda found himself completely alone against the darkness. As Palpatine unleashed his lightning upon Yoda, and Yoda absorbed its power, his vision finally pierced the darkness that had clouded the Force for so many years, and he saw the truth. He realized that he, the Grand Master of the Jedi Order, the fiercest, most devastatingly powerful foe that the Dark had ever known, could not win. He never could have. He had lost before he started. He had lost before he was born. Yoda saw that in their 1,000 years of hidden exile, the Sith had grown. They had adapted, studying every aspect of not only the Force but of the Jedi, in preparation for this exact day. The Sith had remade themselves and become new, while the Jedi had not. The Jedi had spent the last millennium training to refight the last war. The new Sith could not be destroyed with a lightsaber. They could not be burned away by any torch of the Force. The brighter Yoda's light, the darker the Sith's shadow. He knew at that instant that this sudden insight held the hope of the galaxy, and that if he fell against Palpatine there, that hope would die with him. He needed to ensure that he survived, because the future of the galaxy depended on it. Palpatine could feel how much energy it cost Yoda to withstand his lightning, and he sensed that Yoda had reached the limits of his strength. Suddenly, the shock of the power blasted them both apart, and Yoda fell a very long way. Instantly when he landed, he fled the chamber, for he knew that he had to escape, and he had no chance to destroy Palpatine. When Yoda made his escape, dropping into the speeder of Bail Organa, he felt deeply wounded, but not physically. The only thing hurt was his pride, and he did not yet understand how deep that wound went. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. May the Force be with you.